Keaton.
And we're here.
We are.
So this is Sing When You're Winning, Extra Time.
Yeah. Yeah. We
And
we should have something special to announce that, really, shouldn't we? Extra time. Some like
some
news
little
flash.
jingle.
I might put a news flash thing in there or something.
I've got
And
our mugs here, Ray.
we have we're in stereo. So we've got brilliant. They look really, really good.
Can you hear my voice clear enough? Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I thought the other day, when Stan was on, I
yeah.
thought it was a little bit loud. Oh,
Which part?
all the way through.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
But it's all right. It was good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was
Some
booming
some
out. I was
sometimes
booming out.
it's a challenge because obviously I'm coming through a microphone, so the volume is clearer.
I have
And
got a microphone.
oh, okay. But it's not plugged in, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's here. It's plugged into the laptop.
Oh, got you. Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a little dinky one.
Oh, I can
I got
actually
this.
hear you more now. So the nearer it is to you, the better then, without it
Okay.
invading. So yeah, so we've done the housekeeping. We've done the housekeeping
On
now.
the
We've got
housekeeping. I'll be honest, Ray.
go on.
The episode 10
Yeah.
was absolutely fecking amazing.
Oh,
It really was. Honestly, I'm not kidding you. And I've
yeah.
just been looking. It's actually got 62 views now
Already. So at
in a
time of
day.
recording, that was where are we? Has that been made public
I
today or
made it public
yesterday?
last night about 8 o'clock.
That's right. That's right.
So in
Wow.
24 hours, it's had 62 views.
Wow. Wow. So people
And
are migrating. I don't mean, quite literally, but they are moving towards Sing When You're Winning podcast. That's what people need to search. And
it
many
is
people have subscribed, and I think you're up to 110 nearly now, which is
109,
fantastic.
I think it's at the moment in time.
Yeah,
And but be honest, right? Like Oliver Twist, I want more.
of course you
Oh
do.
boy, you want more?
Wow. Have you ever done any acting?
I haven't. I've always acted the clown.
All of us, me too, me included too. Yeah.
No, yeah, but I do. I'll be honest with you. When I do stuff like that, it comes out all right, doesn't
I like that. I like that. That was
it?
good. Yeah, yeah. I
But I
think
do. We want more, don't we? We want more subscribers. Be honest, everybody who's going to be watching this, we want more comments
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah,
feedback. Then I mean, I can
yeah,
interact with the people.
yeah.
That's what we want, right? That's
I
a bit. Go on,
totally.
sorry.
I've noticed that you have. I've noticed there's been a couple of comments, and I've noticed you commenting back.
Yeah,
So that's fantastic, and that's what we require and desire because it is about interaction. And from the beginning, a mixture of music, a mixture of football. It's a combination of both, but also people. I think it's people within
yeah,
music, people within football. It's about coming together. Very much, so I'd say that's what I feel is a core of Sing When You're Winning podcast. That's what I say
yeah.
this space is about. And you decided to do extra time, and it kind of almost makes it sound like you're at work. It's like overtime, yeah, but it's not overtime, it's extra time.
It's
Why?
extra time,
Why?
extra time. I just think the setup that we've got going now, Ray,
Mm,
we're going to do like a pre-match
hmm
talk for the
hmm
weekend, which will go
hmm
out Friday. So the
Yeah,
extra time,
yeah,
we may call it pre-match,
yeah.
maybe.
Pre-big
But
match. Yeah,
yeah, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
It
But
is a thought.
extra time does sound good.
Sorry to interrupt you, buddy. That's a great shout out for comments. So our viewers, they can make comments on perhaps suggestions of um, title suggestions. Also, of
Yeah,
course, guests, subject matter, because because this isn't a podcast that is purely only about football, but it
no,
but it is in part, and music, artists, a wide variety of people, guests. So I think it would be good for people to comment, viewers. So that's an extra time extra. There you go. We're almost going into penalties now, like like Arsenal v Man United, yeah.
I'm
And
actually for some reason, right? Because I wanted to see the numbers that was going up. What before the show started. So
oh yeah,
109 and
oh yeah,
62 views as it
yeah,
stands. And I just thought the footage that I actually got from the City game against Salford,
brilliant.
was brilliant. I
Yeah.
mean, have you ever seen that little thing that we do, the Poznan?
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Have you
have.
seen it
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
before? Had you seen it before? Or
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, just to be able to capture that at the game was brilliant. We don't do it very often. We only do it when we're smashing teams, you know.
How does it feel to do that? Because it looks like an incredible energy to kind of, a swarm of people bouncing. How does it feel to be a part of that?
Amazing. I mean, I'll be honest, I was videoing it, so I wasn't actually a part of it this
Oh,
time.
of course you were. Yeah, yeah. Because otherwise, how were you going to get
I
it?
did do it
Bit,
on the camera and I sort of turned around and give it all that look.
yeah, bit of an awkward selfie. Yeah.
There was a funny moment, and it was a very good, well captured by Noel Gallagher. He was at the game. They're all doing the Poznan. They're all turned around backwards, and there's Noel just facing the crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be honest, he probably should have got involved.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get involved because I was videoing it, but he just stood there like that, as if like, look at me.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But it was good. It was good. I mean, obviously the people that was in the picture, it was like, what have you done that for? And I said, it's for my podcast, and it'll be going out, and you'll be in it.
Brilliant.
Because obviously that's like the area that I sit in where I did that video in. I don't know if you noticed, but I moved around the ground a few times.
Well, the chats. I mean, I'm going back in time, and I won't take you back far and for long. But your way of meeting people, your way of meeting people. So in those bits, there's people you're chatting with, and that took me back to, of course, Fleetwood Town with the Norway lads, and
Yeah,
the discussion you had with them. And I think future tense, I think there'll be Will as well. You've got this way of bringing people in, and I think for the connection with Fleetwood Town, that's really, really good in
yeah,
terms of bringing this community feeling that is growing, exists anyway, but is growing through what you're doing is really, really good. And I think now you're going beyond the each weekly episode, and we've now got extra time that we're doing. So I think the message is for people to collect, gather, congregate. Might be a misunderstood word, but the crowd. You got a team and you've got one supporter or perhaps a few supporters. I went to an Oldham Athletic match against Wildston,
yeah.
and I'm not calling out the Wildston fans. I'm not, honestly, but there wasn't many of them.
No.
I made a joke to John when I was there. I said I think they probably all came, in the same car.
Well,
Uh,
we used to shout, City fans used to shout, you must have come in a
yeah,
taxi. Come
exactly,
in a taxi. You must have
exactly,
come in a taxi.
exactly. So,
But
so
yeah, no,
every
we won't knock people for having a small gathering.
no, because
Um,
it's meaningful. The travelling, isn't it? It's a
of course
long
it
way.
is. Of course
It's
it
a
is.
long way.
Sometimes it is a hell of a long way to go.
Mm, mm.
Prices obviously just getting there. Trains are cancelled sometimes, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Good point.
yeah, it
Good
is
point.
what it is, you know. But going back to the Fleetwood connection there, we
Yeah.
are at the game and we will be getting some more footage. Of course, you do. Will you have the camera? The
I'm not 100% sure. It's possible.
Yeah,
It's possible, but not definite. I've
yeah.
got to have a discussion with somebody else about that. But either way, we're definitely going to get good footage because me
Either
being with
way, the
you,
iPhones, the
very
iPhones
good.
nowadays are just as good, aren't they? You know.
But I think the other thing also is for us working together, that's the bit I've genuinely personally really, really loved. So
Yeah,
when we've been at Fleetwood Town, I've kind of I've enjoyed the atmosphere, but I've enjoyed watching you do what you do and the way you connect with people. And I think for me to kind of, I think I'm a little bit more than a cameraman, but I'm happy to be a cameraman. So I kind of just, like with the Norway lads, I know I've mentioned that already, with Will and with
yeah.
others, just observing you interacting
I
with people.
I just grab him and say, "Hey,
Yep. And it
I'm
was
little Oggy.
brilliant.
I'm little Oggy. We've got a podcast. Will you be on it?" And they usually say, "Yeah,
Paul McCartney, they went to a Paul McCartney concert. And then
yeah,
the night before, and then lo and behold, they're at Fleetwood Town, and there we are. And that's the match this Saturday you were talking about. That Salford
yeah."
City.
I'm just about to touch on that, Ray. So yeah, we're going. I'm still waiting for confirmation of Salford City.
Yeah,
for us to get hopefully. I mean, obviously, we was going to get a bit of a box at Fleetwood to do it, and we ended
Yeah,
up in the red and white bit of
yeah,
the posh bit of Jim's bar at the back, and it was really good. It was a nice little setup where we was,
totally.
and that's all we're after. Just a nice little setup
Yeah,
where we can do our podcast, make it look professional. I mean, look at this. I've got a table now.
totally. And mugs on it as well. Spin them around. Spin them around.
No, well, I've
I've,
got me on that side,
yeah,
and you on that side.
that's great. I'm feeling almost like I love that. That's brilliant. That.
Yours has not been used yet, Ray. So
I'm honoured. I'm
I
honoured.
will be giving you that on Friday when we meet up.
Wow. We've definitely got to capture that moment. The exchanging of mugs, because I've got one for you as well.
Brilliant, brilliant. I
Yeah.
can't wait, honestly.
So
And
well,
just
it'll
a
be like a
little,
pre-match. It'll be like a pre-match with the pendants. We'll exchange mugs.
a little, a good thing that I've just got my friend to do for us.
Yeah.
He's going to do similar to what I did with the QR code, sorry, of going to my music.
Yeah.
I'm getting a QR code for Sing When You Win 'Em.
Excellent.
So that's
Good
going to be done
news.
that's going to be done as well. I may get a t-shirt as well, which I did with my album cover.
Fantastic.
So these little mug shots of us
Yeah.
are going to be on a t-shirt as well soon, Ray.
That's wow. Look at that. Thinking my face is doing the rounds. Um, I can meet more people that say, look, it's Alan Shearer. I'm looking forward to that.
They won't. They won't. I mean, to be honest, when we go to the Salford game, I bet you do hear a couple of the bits of that.
Yeah, I do. Every time I go on TikTok, Paul, I'm hearing it, singing Alan Shearer. So I've made a joke about I think me and him are going to get together and do a duo, and you never know. Do like a Blues Brothers tribute.
You never know. It'd be quite funny. No, I was going to say if it was the FA Cup, he could well be there. But I did see him on the telly at the weekend. I love the way Stan said telly.
Yeah, on big telly.
We're on telly. But yeah, it was. I looked at Alan Shearer and I thought, wow, it really is Ray Coates.
And you
So
and you
the other way
and
around, you know.
you know my
Um,
answer to that is what a beautiful man he is. He's such a good looking
he's
man.
he's
So
gorgeous. He's gorgeous, isn't he, Ray?
oh, drop dead gorgeous. One of the most attractive men I've ever seen in my entire life. Who
I didn't.
who just happens to look a bit like me.
I mean, pre haircut because obviously I got me
Yeah,
diggers.
all right. You turned that around. I was having a moment there, and now you've taken it back to.
Apologies, Sarah.
That's all right. That's all right.
But pre haircut and
Yeah,
only a little trim, but it was down here,
yeah,
both
yeah,
sides. So I was getting, hey, it's Liam Gallagher. Hey, little
yeah.
Liam. And now it's turned round and they are saying, hey, little Loggy.
There you go.
And that's personally better for me. I didn't mind
Yeah,
it. I didn't mind it the other way around because he's my God, you know what I mean? So
yeah. Being known for
in,
being you. Being
in
known for
music,
being you.
in music, he's my God. But it's better that they're actually saying, hey, it's little Loggy, I've seen you on that
Mm,
podcast. I've seen you on the
mm.
TikTok. I've seen your music, you know. I've heard your music. So that to me is
That's great, isn't
brilliant.
it? That's great.
It's amazing, Ray. It really is.
I think it's back to that authentic as well. You know, when you were talking, I know I made a little bit of a tease out of Wildstone fans, but those authentic fans who travel the distances they do, and even though it might be relatively small number, there was an away crowd, and I think the energy of being authentic. That's the point I'm making. So for you, I know I've said
Yeah,
it previously, but you're a Man City fan, and you have been through thick and thin.
of
And
course,
I
of course.
that's a proper fan, isn't it? That's a proper fan rather than, picking
Well,
up and putting down.
we can't roll back the clock, and we can't roll back my age. You know what I mean? I was born when I was born, and I've seen, the Bad
Mm,
City. I liked it anyway. I
mm,
liked it anyway,
mm,
Ray.
mm.
Loved it, and that was me as a young kid going to away games every week, and I went for about, I'd say probably about 8 seasons, pretty much home and away every week. So I've served my time anyway as a City fan. So, and I'm still going to the home games. I will hopefully do a few away games at some point. Like I say, Fleetwood, I try and cover them. I try and go and watch them as much as
Yep,
I can. It's my
yep,
hometown. I love them.
Yeah.
just as much as City, but City is my main team.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. And that was an early subject. I think even episode one about the two team
Yeah.
side of things. So that's quite normal, isn't it? But I
Episode 1, we was at Fleetwood, Ray.
yeah, yes, yeah. So there's a definite theme. We had that incredible chat with Phil.
Yeah, Phil
I
Barker,
can't
yeah.
Phil Barker. That's it. I couldn't remember Phil's surname, but amazing. So extra time is in some ways a catch up, but also an additional opportunity for people to join us, an additional opportunity for people to know what's coming, what's been. So check out episode 10, which is,
Check out episode 1 to 10.
yeah, well said. Yeah. Most recently, you can work your way backwards, you can work your way forwards, whichever way you want to do it. But episode 10 is the most recent, and that covers you at the City game, that covers Stanley, the music side of things as well. And
He
we're
was
now
great, wasn't he? He was great, Ray.
fantastic, fantastic. And we're
I've,
now looking forwards to this weekend, which is
yeah,
away. So this is the first
yeah,
time we've travelled with
yeah,
Fleetwood Town in mind away, which is at Salford
yeah.
City. So that's going to be a different angle. So within 11 episodes and 2 extras, there's already a heck of a lot of stuff that's happened.
Of
So
course.
it's brilliant. Any thoughts towards episode 12
Episode 12, I've not got my.
without putting you on the spot?
I know you can. I don't mind because I don't mind. I'm good usually
The
on the
the,
spot.
the pressure of penalties.
On the penalty spot, I'm not
Yeah.
too bad either. I don't think I missed many myself at all in my whole playing career, and I took penalties every week. In my team, I was the penalty taker.
Get you into the England squad.
A bit late for me now, Ray.
That's what we've been missing, yeah.
But yeah, I've not got the football fixtures out yet. I know next weekend we're away at Brighton. Brighton, I think is
Oh, okay.
100%.
Yeah, that's a bit of a trick.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know. I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility in the future. I wouldn't.
No.
No.
We'll have a look at the fixture
Yeah.
pile up.
Yeah. Watch this
And
space.
we'll pick a game that we're going to
Yeah.
obviously monitor or have a look on. We possibly won't be going. And it's just good to get out there, isn't it? Into actually the atmosphere of football.
Totally.
And I know you love it because you've not been to too many, have you? Really? And
Not for a long
for a while.
time, and I think that's probably it's a great point you've just made. It really is. I think that's probably the experience for quite a few people, because of course there's a bit of money involved, time involved, and I'm
Yeah.
one of those unusual people in the sense that I'm kind of like a floating voter. I don't have a team. I don't
Yeah.
currently have a team, and I'm not planning to because I do. It's not that I don't know. I watch as much football as I can in the busy schedule I've got, but I love live football even more than watching it. Sometimes I get quite bored. I think it was Gary Neville speaking recently about wingers kind of tending to play the ball square and they're not doing what wingers used to do. And he was talking about
Well,
the young lad at Man United and how he just
yeah.
attacks. He attacks people, and I think it is true that when you're at a match, it's completely
Is he,
different to watching it on the telly.
I think he's referring to Ahmad. Ahmad there, I
Ahmad,
think.
that's it.
That's the one, yeah.
Exactly.
He is good. He goes at him.
Yeah.
And like I said, the wingers, as he's saying, they're inside out nowadays. So they cut inside all the time, like a Grealish would do, like a Doku would do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's obviously our City players.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like it. I was a left winger.
Yeah.
My brother, who was nearly a professional at Everton, just obviously a bit of bad luck in his sense that he didn't get there. And unfortunately, he fell by the wayside and didn't make it at all. And he ended up playing for Fleetwood Town, first team for a handful of games,
Okay. Yeah.
So we have got the connection there with Fleetwood. We always have done.
Well,
the wingers 4-4-2 it used to be, And
yeah. It's been brilliant, really, genuinely. I've come to a couple of matches. I'm planning to come to more. I'd like to go to a big game. I would, because it is. I love the buzz. I love the atmosphere, and I think there's nothing like watching a live match, being at pitch level as well. You know, when
Yeah,
you watch them thundering around, and you get a completely different view of the industry, of the
yeah.
human beings. And yes, okay, they are elite athletes, but the way they move around, you don't get that captured on
No, you don't, Ray.
on the
When you
telly,
watch it on the
on the
when you
telly,
watch it on the telly,
telly.
you don't realise how fast they actually are until you
To-
see them live.
Totally, totally.
And it
That's the bit. And Fleetwood again. When I went there, do you remember I said to you,
about the pitch.
I don't know what I was expecting. I don't think I was expecting bad, but I wasn't expecting as good. The way they played out from the back, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, this is progressive football. So
I bet you
that's
was
what
thinking
you're
it was.
doing. That's what I've got something coming to me now. That's what you're doing. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
That's what we want. So, in terms of what you're doing on a local level, you're associated with a local club who, yeah, you know, have struggled but want to make progress. You're making progress, we're making progress, and those forces are joining together. And I think the more that that can happen with the crowd as well, they do have an element. What's his name? Bruno
George.
Fernandes at Man United
Oh,
was talking about new manager
yeah,
Amorim and talking about the crowd and talking about the philosophy. You know, to be fair, I'm going to get disliked by quite a lot of Man United fans now. They've drawn
I
two
already am.
they've
I
drawn
already am.
they've drawn two matches. They've drawn two matches, and one of those they won on penalties. So it's hardly a massive turnaround, but there is improvement. And basically, what he was sharing, Bruno, in the interview was how everybody is buying into the philosophy. So when you get
Yeah.
that, because otherwise what can happen is the barrier between the manager, the team, and the crowd. And just naturally, I don't get that. I don't get, you know, the crowds booing their own team. I think
No,
I think
no.
how does that help? I'd love people to make a comment because I'm showing a bit of naivety, but I think how does that actually help to get the? It's like you now start talking and I sit here and I go boo, boo, yeah. It's not going to be a great feeling for you, is it?
It's not gonna be a good show either, is it?
No. So get behind people, support them and cheer them on and will them on and get more
Yeah,
involved and
I will say that when City had their little bit of a slump, and it was a big slump, right, for City.
yeah, yeah.
I think it was one win in 11 or something like that.
hmm hmm
Now, there was never one boo at all.
Interesting.
But I think because we've gone so far,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
it's like you can't boo them. But at the same time, and Pep Guardiola was never going to get sacked either. I mean, they were
No,
shouting sacked in the morning and all that to him, but
yeah, 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 yeah. Opposition, yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
he's giving it that to Liverpool fans 6 weeks
Yes,
later.
yes, yes. I remember that.
But he's a confident guy, and he
Yeah,
knows what he's done in football. And he probably knows his job safe.
yeah,
And I think with other teams, obviously, if they're up and down, and then they go down, 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 and they
yeah, yeah,
don't win for
yeah,
7 games, then pressure's on, pressure's on. You know what I mean? Especially on the
yeah.
manager.
So, and again, me saying that, you know, I'm not criticising. Definitely not criticising Fleetwood Town fans. I'm not, or any other fans for that matter. I'm
No,
not.
no,
I'm not. But all I'm suggesting is just psychologically, it's stronger when you're willing people to do well,
of
when
course
you're
it is.
cheering them on to do well, because most people respond to that because we're adult children. You know, we respond to being told that's good, well done, that's fantastic, keep that going, well done. It's like coaching. Coaches need to tell people when they're doing something wrong, but they
Yeah,
also need to encourage as well. They
they
need
do,
to,
they do. I think we've covered this slightly before. It's coming back to me a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah,
Where obviously there's a few cliches bits that people say in football,
yeah,
especially not so much coaches, usually parents, but sometimes coaches,
mm, hmm,
and they'll say you're better than that. Come on, you're better
yeah,
than that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And even that,
yeah.
it is used. It's used in football, but it's still not a good thing to say, is it? I
No,
don't
that's
know.
true. That's true.
But
Yeah,
it's renowned in football to say, "Come on, you're better than that." But
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
You
think that's not going to raise that player up, is it?
well, you're in an indirect way. You're telling them that they're crap, they're rubbish at that moment in time. I timed that well.
I nearly swallowed the rest of my brew.
That's definitely not the one that you give back to me, is it? It's got a bit of washback in it. Brilliant.
I do want to throw in an apology, not to yourself. But
okay. I've had that. We did that last time. Check that out, people. Check that out.
Yeah, I have done an apology. It was good. And it's actually to Fleetwood, to be honest.
Okay.
It was after watching the episode 10 back.
Yeah.
Now, I got a little bit carried away. I'm video and I'm doing the footage, and I got the size of the grounding. And I said to you, I think you might have recalled it, hey, it's a bit better than Fleetwood, this, isn't it, Ray?
Ah, right.
And I just meant the size of the stadium. And I said, there's a bit of a difference.
You were making a comparison in terms of, obviously, it's the Etihad.
Yeah, but I just thought, I hope nobody takes that in the wrong way. Fleetwood fans, you know.
Yeah. Well done. Well done for acknowledging it, because in the heat of the moment, that's another aspect, isn't it, of football? There's a lot of stuff that comes out that you kind of think afterwards and think, maybe not. Fleetwood, from my point of view, I'm not sucking up to Fleetwood Town now, but they are big in terms of, I didn't know what to expect, so I go back to that again. I didn't expect it to be a little ramshackle kind of thing, but it was a proper ground. It was, it's really, really properly.
You loved the pitch, didn't you? The pitch.
I did, and it was incredibly looked after. So I think, again, a lot of work goes on behind the scenes.
We've had some of the best groundsmen in the world, you know.
Yeah.
One of our groundsmen ended up going to Real Madrid.
Wow.
And became their groundsman.
Wow. So is that on the cards potentially in the future for Sing When You're Winning podcast? We might go to Real Madrid. I've got the shirt.
I've got a passport as well, but I don't think it'll happen.
Me too. Yeah, me too. So I'm ready. So parting thoughts. I'll let you conclude if that's okay, Paul, because I haven't particularly got anything apart from my usual subscribe, support, sponsor. But anything you want to part with to conclude?
Again, behind the scenes, a bit of extra time that I'm doing at the minute, which is talking. I've sent a couple of emails off. I'm still waiting for a reply from one. One's come back off holiday now, and that is actually at the game tonight. I won't say any names, but he's actually at the City game tonight v Brentford. We're away at Brentford.
Yeah. Is that on telly? Is that on telly?
It's on telly, yeah.
Because I'll be watching that. I'll be watching that when we finish. Brilliant. Good.
Yeah, I'll be watching. I've actually got my daughter around for tea. She's coming in a minute. I said, cool. I'd already arranged for tea. Nice. I've got a nice full chicken in there, Ray.
Oh, okay, beautiful,
mate. I can't wait for that. I can smell it already. It's in the kitchen.
Excellent.
But yeah, we will be at the game Saturday, come what may. And it's going to be good, people. I think, obviously, we've covered a lot of Fleetwood already. We covered City last week. I've shared it to, that's why it's probably gone up to 62, you know, Ray. I've shared it everywhere, and I do mean in Manchester. I've sent it to all the Manchester City sites that I know of. And I've even put it into the Manchester music scene because it's musical as well, right? Isn't it? You know?
Totally. And a shout out to the COD Army as well, their page. You share it there, so grateful to them for that.
I do, yeah. And
looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you. Salford City v Fleetwood Town.
I presume, because I've only got a bit of a shitty van, if you would.
Okay.
Are we going in your car?
I think that is a presumption because I don't know whether it's available, so I don't know yet. I was presuming it the other way round. So I've got.
I don't mind.
I've got a feeling the car's possibly used, so unfortunately not.
We'll be going. Yeah, I don't mind driving.
We'll have to travel in the van, buddy.
And you can.
I'm not posh, you know. I'm not posh. I've got this southern accent, but I'm not posh. But I don't expect to be chauffeur driven or anything. Not yet.
I think I'll be when I'm driving though. I'll be thinking that you're analysing me.
Only if you pay me. Only if you pay me. I'm only interested if you pay me. And you're. I know you're a good driver anyway. So
good. All right, Ray. We'll call it a day. Call it a day here. Mugs are plenty.
Mugs.
City's on.
I'll have one soon, won't I? I'll have one soon, and then I can pick it up and raise a toast.
It nearly went in your hand then. It was funny that.
A mug bump.
without a book on